Thank you so much for letting me know that the audio was not working. I appreciate it. Only 30 minutes, only 30 seconds went by. So I appreciate you, Tour de France. Thank you so much. So what I was saying before I got no sound, which now I think I have sound, and I appreciate you guys for real, is I didn't want to make this video. I really legit didn't want to make this video because this means I need to open up and I need to I got to be vulnerable, and I don't like being vulnerable online. I really don't. I don't enjoy it anymore. I'm old. I'm really old. And also, another good news is I had said a curse word before, and that would have been instant demonetization, and also other terrible things. But either way, I'm glad I was muted at that point, so we can save it a little bit. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And the reason why I wanted to make this live is just to tell you guys, be completely honest and upfront with you about where I'm at, because I feel like if I don't do this, I'm not going to be able to just get back and do what I want to do, which doing what I want to do is a little bit different from what I've done in the past. But number one, I was gone for a while because my doggy Fiona passed away, and it was really, really, really hard because it was a long process. She got sick, she got cancer, she got surgery for cancer. Then we were moving, and then she started to get worse. So I wanted to spend all of my time with her, and we did. So for a full year, we were here nonstop with her. So that was that. And I didn't want to make any stupid content or anything outside of whatever's comfortable because I didn't want to put myself out there in that situation. I didn't feel great. And I just wanted to enjoy it, basically. That's really it. So with that, I basically put all of my attention on that and then some other stuff that I was doing. But for the most part, I stopped doing videos about cars in Spanish, in English, going on my Instagram and all that shit. That was one. And it's just, everybody's different and we all cope in different ways. I use sex and awesomeness to cope as my coping mechanism. No, I'm just kidding. That's just who I am. That's just what he does to me. So I wanted to do that. For everyone asking, that's really good. Thank you so much. She's still a fat squirrel. She's doing great. And she's getting some kisses right now as soon as I'm done with this. But first of all, that's mostly why I haven't seen you guys in a while, to be honest with you. And the second thing will be, I just really don't enjoy anymore the whole car thing. I really don't. I love cars. Don't get me wrong. I adore cars. I love reading all about them. I love seeing them, all that stuff. I just don't really enjoy the YouTube thing with the cars anymore. I don't. The easiest thing for me would be to stick around, make vlogs, do all the shit that I've always done, because that pays me a lot of money. And it's not maybe here, like my videos here, when I do a vlog, get like 50, 100,000 views. That's nothing. But in Spanish, I get like 500,000 to 5 million views. And I still don't want to do that. It's not fun anymore. And the reason why it's not fun anymore, it's because everything has changed so much. So much. Social media has become such a thing now in real life that it's really become kind of like the Hollywood industry. And that's a bummer. That's a huge, huge, huge bummer in my view, because now there's a lot of people that don't understand anything about social media, marketing, publicity, in charge of all of that. So whenever I used to go to car dealerships was because I loved going there. I really legitimately enjoyed the shit out of it, knowing Yvonne every single day, Danny every single day, anyone that you could imagine, and try the new toys and get on them and show them to you. But my job is done. Everyone's doing it now. Everyone's just going in a circle, doing the same thing. And to me, what really got terrible was dealerships and car owners, because now everyone is acting like they want to be your boss. And I didn't work my ass off all of my life and build all the things I did and got into all the businesses I did to be put in that weird situation. To a lot of people, that's normal. That's awesome. It's the price you pay in order to play. I personally think I'm better than that. No, basically that's what I'm telling you, but I don't. I just don't like it. I don't like that people expect things from me. I don't like that those people, the way that they treat me when I do these things, etc. And they're not treating me bad. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not normal. It's not natural. And now everyone that wants to make an impact on YouTube is buying a car collection and starting that. So all of that stuff that I used to do, that I did, it's now on repeat. And it's, don't get me wrong, it's awesome because there's new cars and all that stuff, but it's just not for me. And I'm just kidding myself. I used to adore waking up in the mornings when I lived in Hidden Hills on the weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, sometimes Friday, and I take my car on an insane drive up the canyons. For an hour, I was gone. No one knew where I was. I was just having fun, driving my car, blasting music, top down if I had a convertible, or windows down if I didn't. And that to me was peak, let's go drive cars, etc. Like, I legitimately enjoyed every second of it. But now that I'm back, I feel like I'm forcing it. And there's no need for me to force it. Like, I've changed my life a lot, not just since COVID, but before, because I really wanted to focus on building some other businesses. And that's been done, and that's awesome. And I'm very grateful for everything that came from this. But it's just not the same. It's just not the same anymore for me. I've changed a lot. And now where I live with my wife, like, my priorities are so different. I just want my wife to be happy and for her to find a place where she's like completely feeling at home. And we feel completely at home here in this side of town area, that in a way that we haven't felt in a long time. Even though our house in Austin was awesome and I loved it and the area was incredible, she never really liked it. So, and at the same time, Austin is what really made me more of who I am today, which is a Donald Trump. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all motherfuckers thought I was going to get political with you, but I'm not getting into that bullshit with you. Uh, I just became someone that enjoys finding out ways of being better every single day, whether it's my health, whether it's my mental capacity, whether it's my skills, whether it's something that I'm doing. And I realized that I can do that from home, on the phone, Zoom calls, and it's not about being stuck at home, but everything I do outside of my house. I go for walks or runs every day. And I'm talking about 10, 13, 15 miles. I disappear from the world and I'm just walking around and I'm in fucking heaven. And nothing in this earth compares to that. So instead of doing what I used to do, which is let me get in my car, go drive in the canyons and all that stuff, I do these dumb things. I'm lame. I'm old. I understand. And just completely denying myself a chance to be myself. And I don't know why, to be honest with you. A lot of people will say, I don't know who, but some people will say it's for money, but it's not. It's completely the opposite way. And the reason why is, yeah, I can make great money doing car stuff on YouTube, on Instagram, and all that stuff. And also the Instagram stuff is way simpler, right? Like anywhere you can carry your phone and just film something real quick. But when it comes to YouTube, like the easiest decision for me would be just to stick around, make money that way, never worry about anything else, or not. Well, yeah, there's so many things to worry about on this earth now. Now these days, with everything that's going on, it's just. But it would be the easiest path, like the comfortable one, the one where I just need to repeat myself. And I don't feel like that's right. I always told all of you guys, especially when we had the website, there was one guy that messaged us on salamandrian.com and he didn't message me. He just posted it on a live stream that we were doing. Cause remember, only the pro members could comment and all that shit. And he was telling me, I'm a doctor. I've been doing this forever and I hate it. I want to quit, but no one will allow me to quit because my wife will tell me, why are you sad? You're making such good money. Don't worry about it. We need it for the family. His friends would be like, shut the fuck up, dude. You're so rich. Why do you want to quit? Like everything's fine. And no one empathized with the dude that didn't want to do that fucking thing anymore, that wanted to do something new. And he didn't have the balls to throw himself into doing something else. Now, I've done that a million times in my life, unfortunately. Because it's way easier to become super loaded when you just stick to something and stay there forever. It is. It really is. But that's not for me. You guys have seen it. I've done, or those of you who know me and have known me for a long time know that I like to change things and that I like to do different things in my life, that I like to learn new skills. And if something really catches my attention, I want to do that. I want to enjoy that. I also have a hard time, have had a, I don't know why I'm telling you all my problems now. I've also had a really hard time. Uh, I forgot what I was going to say. Excellent. Good for me. Hard time with what? Well, either way, I wanted to change. So whatever. I heard from this guy. He wanted to do that. I've always changed everything in my life to do whatever I really feel like doing and whatever's fun. And I started doing car stuff because I retired from making movies and I was in real estate and I was in a comfortable place. And I said, I can just chill. And the car thing just kind of happened. And it was just that it became such a big thing so fast, and not in the money way, but in an attention way. And then we were able to maximize it with other stuff that we did, the merch, the this. Never maximized it with the actual shows, which I should have, because I can make a badass car show. I can. But I never maximized that. And then that became kind of my job. And that became kind of like what it was expected from me. And I don't like that. And it's not that I don't like that that's what's expected of me, but I don't like that. I don't want to do it. And I did it because it was expected of me. Does that make any sense? Like, even when I moved back to California, I was like, dude, this is going to be great. I'm going to get back into cars, especially because I had like such a weird positive reaction when I saw Paul, Supercars from London, uploading that Revuelto. I was like, dude, I'm back. I feel it in my bones. I got it. Came to California, got myself a few cars and whatnot. And now I'm like, meh. I don't chase it. I don't try to go anywhere. And I honestly really like that, at least in the US, I disappeared a long time ago. Because now I can get back and go. I go to car events. I go every now and then with Obi here and there and other people that I know and you guys have seen on the channel. No one no, it's not bothering me, but no one cares. And I like that. That's when I started in the car world. That was my happiest moment, walking around Cars and Coffee, taking pictures of cars, talking to people that just wanted to tell me about their car because I asked them a question. And I was just a literal random idiot that people would see. And it was great. And then when Salamandrian became Salamandrian, it became uncomfortable, weird, and very usy and very tooly. And I was a tool for everybody to get whatever they wanted. And I also didn't like that. I actually think being rich is hard. Let me finish. Let me complain about being rich. Having money is hard because all of a sudden people that you knew start treating you differently and all that stuff because they think you're going to give them your money. But having attention is way worse. Way worse. I can say it because with money, you see it, you know who's in for the money. And with attention, is really hard. The people that want attention are willing to eat shit for a long time so you can get the attention that you want to give them. So when I came back to California, I thought, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it all over again. I went, I saw my friends, we made some videos, and I realized this doesn't feel natural. This doesn't feel anymore like it's real. Now it feels like I need to do this because others expect me to do this. And I don't like it. I personally, like you guys have seen, it's not like I lack fucking success on YouTube. And the side ones are also plaques, and I'm probably going to get another one soon. So it's not like I'm out of ideas and I forgot how to make videos out of nowhere. I just feel stupid now. Everyone's doing what they told me that I was doing that was stupid. And now that's the norm. Creativity is dead. Everyone's doing the same thing. Even when you go on Instagrams for like the car dealerships and you see like people in front of the car. Hi, John Elton, like I'm just gonna say a dumb name. John Elton here from Porsche of Austin. And today I'm gonna show you. It's like, dude, no one cares about seeing John Elton from Austin. Like, show me the fucking car, son. And it's become such a shed show and such a like a gay little club. I don't like those things. I don't like them. And to me, it's been really hard to get to that realization that this is a new phase in my life. And I'm guessing the hardest thing for me to accept is that a lot of people are just going to look at it and go like, well, this is not you at your best and your better times were gone, because that's completely stupid. What I've built while I've been gone is amazing, and it's way better than anything I've ever done online. And I'm very proud of it. And I just don't feel like I need to prove anything to anyone anymore. I want to do what I really enjoy. And also, by the way, this is part of what I really enjoy. I love talking to you guys. I love uh, having a laugh with all of you motherfuckers. It's so much fun um, exploring other shit. I really do. And I enjoy reading news. I enjoy making jokes. I enjoy cars. I enjoy finance. I enjoy the same type of shit. I really do. I just don't enjoy the whole puppeteering around to be a car guy and all that. Like, I did it. It's been done. There's nothing new that I'll be doing other than driving new cars. Like, it's all done. And mad respect to the people that can do it over and over and over again. I'm not one of those guys. And I just feel like, because I've never been able to say this out loud, I've never really taken accountability for it and really accepted it. And I feel like this is me just now, after all this time, to be honest with you guys, this is how happy I am. Like, I'm really fucking delighted. Obviously, not with the whole Fiona thing. I'm very sad that my baby's gone. But other than that, I'm better than ever. Better than ever. Although I used to be skinnier a few months ago, and I'm still working on that. But other than that, I'm having so much fun with everything that I'm doing. And I don't want to stop coming to this channel because I feel inadequate, because I feel like, oh, it's not part of the same. I don't give a fuck about views. If there's 300 people here now, which I appreciate you all, thank you so much for watching. If there's 1,000 people, 100,000 people, I don't care. This is what I want to do. I want to go and read things about cars. I want to go and read funny news articles. I want to explain to you something you might not understand and might not know. I want to do that. I want to just be myself, because that's what Salamandrian was at first. I was a guy talking about technology. And to be honest, before technology, I was a guy just making fucking pathetic BlackBerry videos. And that was enough. Then I got it more broadly across the board with the iPhone, the Droid, and all that stuff. That went great. Then I was Salamandrian from the cars. Awesome. Then I was Salamandrian from the finance. Well, not in English, but in Spanish. In the finance, crypto, and all this shit. Awesome. I like that this is not, it's not so much about me, but I'm the medium to the shit that entertains me. And that's what really works with people. That's what really speaks to audiences. And yeah, I'm not saying I'm never going to see another car, never make another video about cars or anything like that, like vlog style and all of that. That's not true. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I am officially done trying to pretend that I'm a fucking car vlogger anymore when I'm not. That's it. I guess that's what these 18 minutes were for, minus the 30 seconds at first, which had no sound. For all of you that showed up later, the first 30 seconds of this video have no sound. Either way, I just want to chat with you guys real quick and see how's everyone doing. I still see swipe stickers on cars where I live in Eastern Europe. Imagine. It is pretty epic, to be honest with you, having that impact all around. I love it. And there's not one day that I'm not grateful for it. I think it's so cool that we were able to get so deep into an industry, into a niche where you guys, and I don't want to take credit, but I'm going to take credit. When everybody was buying black Ferraris, gray Ferraris, white Ferraris, and no one was willing to go in a color, in a weird fucking extreme color. And we went in and we got the 918 in that acid green that everyone told me, you're a fucking idiot who's going to buy a baseball green car from you. And now that acid green color is like one of the hottest things on earth. Then when I went and painted my own Carrera GT and everybody told me, are you fucking stupid? Who's going to want a pink Carrera GT? Not the guy that bought it. That motherfucker painted it white. But now you see that color everywhere, where you see people making content around the stuff that we used to do and how we did it. I love it. Like, I don't see it as anyone copying anything. I just love that we were able to open the eyes to a lot of people to do new stuff. So that impact I'll always have, and I'll always appreciate. Hi, Justin Timberlake. I wish I wish he's bringing sexy back, by the way. Uh, bring swipe back. I also, that's another thing. I saw my wife create her thing and like watch it grow, and now she's killing it, and I'm so glad. That's another beautiful thing that came out of Swipe and all of you guys. So I appreciate you for that. Can I sell you some Gorilla watches for a low price? We have discounts on everything. I don't know if you've heard, but fucking watches are not doing that great right now. We need something. We need something. I loved it when you picked up your Pagani and your smart car. You know, always try to be different, son. Always try to have fun doing different things. And especially, I've always considered myself the poorest rich guy that's out there. And it's always like, let me make fun of them for treating it like it's so proper and so that's always been fun. Bro's telling us he's done being a car vlogger years after quitting being a car vlogger. This is how scarred I am, my friend. This is a great comment. Adios, my friend. This is the end. Thanks for the memories. Enjoy the memories and enjoy the memories. Let's talk about Lawrence Stroll and F1. Dude, what a move. What a move. By the way, that's another thing that I really enjoy. And another thing that I never really touched on was my other interests and what I enjoy doing now, which I try to hide from everyone at all times because I feel like, oh, people are going to take me away from like this box. Fuck that. Take me away from whatever box you want. I love Formula One. I enjoy the living shit out of it more than anyone could possibly imagine. And I got to say, mad respect to Lawrence Stroll because he was able to get Adrian Newey. It's insane. Insane. I don't think I ever followed you for the cars. He was always the personality. You could talk about a midget dungeon porn and it would still be interesting. Well, Cole, let's be honest. You would enjoy a little chat about midget dungeon porn. Don't fucking lie. But that's only because you're a fucking pervert. No. Not gonna lie, gonna miss the OG videos where you were hotboxing your Tesla and talk about. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like those random things I want to bring back. I'm just saying, I don't want to go out there and like, hey guys, can I drive your car? I drove this car. Like, I'm too old for that shit. The rest, the fun stuff, baking, baked, and all that shit, I still got plenty of energy to bring that shit back. It's just, I don't want to pretend that everything is about cars because it's not. My life is, I want to say that my life is so much better and greater because it's not. And I just want to share it with you guys. What do you think about the McLaren W1, rumored to have 1,200 horsepower and good aero? So this is going to be the P1 replacement. The P1, the one that got away. I honestly, right now, and this is something I was thinking, because to me is, I want to buy something stupid. And that stupid will be probably a LaFerrari. Probably. So I was going over like all the stuff that a car guy goes. And it's like, all right, so will it really be better than a 918? Will it be really better than a P1? You always wanted a P1. And I don't think I would buy a P1 today. If I had a billion cars and I wanted and had the desire to have a billion cars, because even if I sell one of my companies tomorrow and I get, let's say, like just for fantasy's sake, $300 million liquid, I wouldn't buy a ton of cars. There's no fucking way. I would buy my one, and that's it. That lifestyle I never want to have again of what I did. I already did it. I'm bored. I want to do new things, and I'm doing new things and other shit. And that's what I want to focus on. But if I were going to buy one of those cars, including new ones, it wouldn't be a P1 anymore. I just feel like it got a little too outdated for me. And remember, I'm one of those assholes that doesn't respect history and just likes new. So, also, but man, did the P1 make a big impact in my life too, as a car guy. The Senna was ahead of its time. I loved the Senna too. That was such a fun car. Watches are going up in price. It's about time. Are they finally going up in price right now? They've been chopping for a long time, dude. There are Rolexes that I was looking at 140 that were 280, $320,000 that are back at 140. So I don't know. I don't know. I am not a C8. So OG Big Mac, he's asking me, what do I think about the C8 ZR1? I'm not a Corvette guy. I do think it's incredible that the thing is going to have like what, 1,000 horsepower, 1,200 horsepower, which is insane. And I feel like people need to start learning how to drive those cars. It's not as easy as everyone makes it out to be. But I like the cool factor that he brings to the table. But as a Mexican man driving a Corvette, it's not well looked at, if you will. There's a lot of stigma against Mexicans driving Corvettes and Mustangs, and it's more within the Latin community. Trust me. I know no American's going to judge me because Americans are like, I love this fucking Corvette. It's amazing. I don't know why y'all talk like this. Like, but just not for me. Not for me. I love to drive the shit out of one day, but more than that, not really. Why haven't your wife posted anything on her YouTube channel? I don't know. That's a great question. I'll ask her. Melissa, I'm gonna ask her. She better fucking have some answers, because if she doesn't, so help me. Love you, bro. Thank you. Love you too, motherfucker. As a long-time swipe, Vino Tinto and hats and Salamandrian supporter, I'm just glad to have you back. Much love from Puerto Rico. Thank you, Angel. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. Respect all your interests, bro. Keep it going. Thank you. This channel made my career and my way. Watching you all go to dealerships made me want to be a salesman. Been doing it for a couple years now. Let's go, Sam. Let's go. And that's all I want. I just want you all to either completely just forget about your day and have fun watching this shit and just like talking to someone else. I also want you to learn something, and I want you to actually become the best self that you can be for your own self, not for anyone else. So this always makes me really, really, really happy. Adrian Newey ain't going to help him. I'm going to tell you this. If they don't let Adrian Newey cook, which is that is the biggest risk that Aston Martin has right now. If they don't let the man cook, they're going to be fucked. I saw your Chrome Helgato. I don't know where you saw it. A lot of people sent me pictures of it lately. I don't know what's going on or what happened, or if the guy that had it sold it, or if he took it somewhere. No clue. You're the only guy that could have made me buy shares of Fisker after you did. Brian, did you also get the email from the financial institutions saying you should vote on these issues about Fisker? I got it, but I didn't look at it. It's not like I'm going to vote for anything. That fucking dude. Oh, my God. I prefer this conversation style over force feeling content. Same thing here. Same thing. Hotbox, dude. I'm down. We should have a day, like let's call it Chill Fridays. I'm not going to smoke on camera here. Maybe I can, actually, I have other sources of video where we can put this. But for now, we can smoke off camera, get back on camera and enjoy like a Chill Friday. Let's call them Chill Fridays, Chillaxing Fridays. And I'll close with that. I love that. East Coast gives you mad respect too. I appreciate you guys all over the US, for real. Thank you. Bring back Baking Baked. We will. Baking Baked was pretty good. Did you see that Clarkson talking about how 80% of cars are trash now? Your thoughts? I agree. It's not that they're trash. It's the same. That's mostly the problem that I have. There's nothing unique. There's nothing special, if you want to call it special. And the only things that are special are $4 million. Like, we lost our fucking minds completely. Like, it used to be like, we're hard. You can fork out, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm crazy. You can fork out $2 million for a car. If you really work hard for years and years and years, and you go the right way, and you do the right things, and you save the right way, invest the right way, you can fork out $2 million for a car. And by the way, when I had my $2 million Pagani and my $2 million 918, it just feels too much. So that clearly means I need to have way more money to buy a $2 million car. Because, like, for example, I take my LT. I don't fucking give a shit if I crash it or scratch it, but it's only 500,000, right? Uh, the other ones are just so expensive. Like I can imagine. I was listening to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's talking about Bugattis. And Joe goes, I would never buy a Bugatti. How can you drive a $4 million car? Joe Rogan got $100 million from Spotify the first time around and $200 million the second time around. And Joe Rogan, he's like, I'm not buying a $4 million Bugatti. I'm like, I feel you, Joe. I feel you. Imagine parking $4 million out on the street. And now, yes, we were going to buy what we thought the Devo. We were going to buy the Devo thinking it was something else, but we were going to buy it as an investment with another friend, not just to take out on the street. That sounds ridiculous. Like the people that have that much money, good for you guys. I'm not saying that's bad, but man, crazy. What's your favorite hobby or passion right now? I am obsessed with trading. I actually gave myself that job because I don't know if you've noticed, guys, but I'm unemployed. I have nothing, like I can just sit again and do nothing with my life, which, knock on wood, I'm very fortunate and I'm not complaining about it. I'm living a dream. The problem with living your dream is sometimes you get to do too many things that you shouldn't be doing. And by that, I mean like you're just being lazy, not caring about anything because you don't have to. And that was a problem that I had for a while. So I gave myself a job. And in Spanish, I think I've done one live here with Farhan. You guys know Farhan, Forex Farhan and Alex. We do trading videos. I love and I'm obsessed with trading and charts. I love the economy. I love reading the news. Not the news so much, but like deciphering what's real, what's not real. But specifically to me, it's charts. God damn, I adore that. The other thing that I really, really, really have a thing for right now is my diet, eating well, showing other people to eat well. And I basically don't do that again because I don't want to touch it because I'm the car guy. I'm not supposed to be anything else, which is stupid. I'm getting the fuck out of that place in my head right now. But I love it. I am on the carnivore diet, and it's the greatest thing I've ever done. And it's not that I just listened to Joe Rogan, okay? No. I had many stomach problems, and that shit cured everything. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I like that. I like working out, charts. I specifically for a while was addicted to business, but now I can chill way more with that. I don't have to manage all these things anymore. And that was a lot of fun, but also that put me out of a job. So once I didn't have to manage anything anymore, I was like, what do I do? So for right now, my biggest passion, the thing that I occupy my attention on most of my days, trading. I love it so much. I think it's so fun because it's gambling. It's gambling and no one knows. And no one gives you shit for gambling. No one. Because look at this man. He's investing in a company. He must be smart. And the and the other thing I adore now is being an investor and investing in different companies. We've invested in an energy company. We've invested in multiple applications. We've invested in more beverage companies. We're investing in big data companies. I love that. I love talking to founders. I love listening to whatever they're doing, whatever like they have, giving any advice marketing wise to them and also business wise to get to wherever they want to get to quicker. I'm not saying I'm an expert at everything, but I understand systems, models, and I can expedite shit for people. I love that. So it's a combination of all those things. But mostly just on my everyday, what I do most of the time is just trading. It's so simple. I'm just a fucking degenerate. And I love it. So those would be it. And again, cars. I still love cars. I just think it's in a different way than it was before. Bakey Bake was good. It should be a show on TLC. I really think Netflix and everyone's sleeping on that, but it goes against the grain. It goes normally all, and this is something that I've also learned. My social media now, which before used to be the standard, it's now not good for many. And what do I mean by that? I mean, my style is just be myself. Be myself, be as raw as you get what you see. you see what you get. There's nothing else, right? And that's a problem because now they've made everyone on social media. If you just watch Twitter, I'm sorry, X, Instagram, anything, it's even if you go on X, this is a weird phenomenon. People are copy pasting things that get a lot of engagement and posting them as if they were them. There's also another video. Another great example that I have is, I don't know if you guys have seen that a video of a man throwing holy water at his wife to wake her up. And it says, waking up my wife with good vibes or whatever he does. Everyone is doing that. Everyone is doing the same thing over and over again. And as soon as you work outside of that system, it doesn't work anymore. It's kind of like in movies. So when I used to be really successful in Hollywood before I fucking quit, when I used to be really successful in Hollywood was because I worked for others. I'm really good at, like, you need something to happen, dude. I can make it happen, right? And especially in the movie world, that was me as a producer. People hired me, Lifetime, Hallmark, A&E, all these different networks hired me because they knew the Mexican dude might not be the smartest dude, the best looking dude. He can't fucking speak English and do anything right. But the one thing he can do is he can give us a storyline. He can sell that pitch. He can then make the movie, and he can deliver a quality product sooner than anyone else. I was really fucking good at that. So I got hired a lot because I was able to execute. But whenever I wanted to do my own ideas, they were like, you don't know what you're talking about. No one's ever going to like you. Like, at first, the reason why I got into the movie industry, it was honestly because I wanted a cheap way to stay in the US, and the cheapest visa was $8,000 and was given to me by as a student visa by an acting course that took not a lot of time out of my day. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that so I can stay in the US and whatnot. And when I started, I wanted to become an actor, and everybody's like, you're not right. No one's going to like you. This is not right. Everything that they told me I wasn't good for in Hollywood, I turned out to be great at. Once I opened YouTube, it was obvious. Like, I don't know why you motherfuckers like me and are here. And also story-wise, like, you saw Hyper 5, you saw Banging Gears, all these things. The stuff that I have in my head works. It's just the problem, and I never had perspective on it. And this is what's happening on social media today is I couldn't pitch my ideas to filmmakers. I was pitching my ideas to executives. And that's a problem. And I'm going to tell you why. Because executives have no fucking idea of what people like, and they have no idea of what's good and what's not. They don't. They just know they need to get a certain amount of money allocated to a certain amount of movies so they can block those slots, and they can also and they want to have a certain amount of talent that they that they take as acceptable, right? Like certain celebrities. That's it. They have no idea of what they're doing. And now the same thing is happening on Instagram right now. The same thing is happening on TikTok. These brand agencies that work with creators to give them opportunities. Worst mistake, if you guys own a company and want to get the word out, do not hire a marketing agency. It's the same marketing agencies that came from Hollywood to social media. The losers didn't make it in Hollywood, and the losers won't make it in social media. The problem is they have such a great pitch. They're incredible at pitching people on it. But the reality is, I'll give you an example. You guys have seen it. If you guys have seen my videos for a long time, you'll know my reference. I'm not going to say it directly, but I work with a camera company out of China. That camera company out of China, the first video that I ever made for them, they were like, here's the camera. Make sure you show it and talk about it. I was like, buddy, no fucking problem. I went to a car museum that you could see through the floor, and then we went through it with a POV on it, and people loved it. They were like, dude, they bought all these fucking cameras from me just because of that. Then the second time they called me, they're so happy. And they're like, dude, we want you to make another video with our new camera. But this time, I want you to take this shot. I want you to say this. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. And you're going to have to do it within this time, within this basically time frame. And I was like, all right, I'll make it work. So I made it work. But the camera didn't sell anywhere near close as the first time. So the third time they come back to me and they're like, dude, we want to hire you to make a video. I was like, no problem. The first thing they did is they sent me a sheet with stats of how my first video did, how my second video did, And they were like, because on your first video you did this, it worked, and because on the second video you didn't, it didn't work. So now they told me, write a script and send us the idea. These are the things that we want to have on the video. I fucking killed myself over the concept because it was very limiting what I could do. Very limiting, right? But in movies, I was able to do it, make it work. So I made it work within what they wanted, and I felt this is something that the audience will enjoy too. It has a great story. It's fun. It's snappy. It moves. And I sent them the idea. 2 days go by. They reply back, and they're like, yeah, that's cool, bro, but no, copy this video. And I said, if I copy that, my audience won't like the video. My audience won't respond to that. That's not how I talk. And they're not going to buy shit from you. They're like, yeah, go do it. Dude, you're paying me a fucking fortune. Of course I'm going to go do it. Video has no views, nothing, goes nowhere. And they fire back, hey, how come the video didn't get any views? What do you mean, why? I sent them a screenshot saying with what I just told you. When I told them, this video will get absolutely no views, no one's going to enjoy it, and no one's going to buy your shit. And I sent it to them. And they just shut up and sent me a check. That is the problem right now. You're hiring a middle person that doesn't know anything from your brand or from the other side, the creator side. You're hiring a middle person that's completely inadequate, and it's extra. That person is trying to pay me, the creator, the least amount of money possible so they can keep more. So that means instantly your brand is getting hurt because you're not getting the best talent you can. With what they paid me plus whatever they paid them, you could have probably hired someone way bigger than me. But they're pocketing the money, right? They're never going to tell you this, but they are. And the other thing is, they're not allowing for creative freedom. And that's what social media is all about. People respond and react to my content because I built an audience that likes what I do. So it's absolutely fucking stupid and backwards having people that don't have millions of followers telling people with millions of followers what to do. And that's why the show, it wouldn't work on TLC. I actually got, I don't know if I ever showed you guys the trailer, probably not. But I had a show that got picked up by Amazon with Farshad and Buddy. Then they ended up canning it because they were like, dude, this is not like a TV show. It has to fall within the format. I was like, that's never going to work. So send it off. I don't care. I'm not doing this. Then YouTube Originals wanted me to do a show for them. They were like, what do you need in order to get 10 million views per show? And I said, the same thing that I do right now, just need a bigger budget. And they're like, so what? More cameras, more? No. I'm going to do the same fucking thing I do right now, but give me a silly budget to spend on each episode. And I guarantee you, I'll get 10 million views per episode. It's really simple, guys. All that is a Kardashian-like episode, if you think about it. Nothing more. You can go anywhere. You can do crazier shit with more money, etc. But they wanted to tell me what to do. YouTube Originals switched my content so much that a car show that was just supposed to be like my vlogs turned out to be a documentary on Latin athletes. And as I'm finishing the first episode, I go, what the fuck am I doing? I'm falling back into the old movie world tradition. I don't want to do this. Then I had, I'm not going to say his name. I had one of the biggest producers in all of Hollywood hit me up and say, Alec, I want you to bring this fucking car show to my network. I was like, let's do it. I sat with them, and on the pitch meeting, they all started telling me what I needed to do. And I said, gentlemen, which one of you has produced or done a YouTube channel about cars and has gotten millions of views? No one raised their hand. And I said, why do you think you know what you're saying? They all just looked at each other. I was like, I don't want to be rude, but this is not how I'm going to work. I'm not doing this. I quit that day before starting. And then they hit me up again months later when I moved to California because they were like, dude, you're here. You want to do this? It's good money. I'm like, nope, I don't want to do it because I can get that good money on my own fooling my audience into thinking that that's what I want to do, that I want to continue to be a fucking car vlogger. I don't want to fucking do that shit. It's different times, different things. You need to keep moving the story forward. And they don't. And they don't. That's why, by the way, the show would never work on TLC. I guess that was a very large rant for nothing. I'm James McGilly, living in Kansas City, Missouri. What about the Ferrari F250? Which one's the Ferrari F250? Is that going to be the new LaFerrari? That's the LaFerrari replacement, right? And I think this is the LaFerrari replacement too. TTV6 apparently. That means turbocharged, twin turbo. Sure will be fast, but will never be a LaFerrari. I got to say, though, the 296 GTB is one of my favorite cars I've ever driven, ever. It's comfortable. It's also crazy. It's got great grip. You can feel the air effect, the ground effect. It's insane. It's dope. Like, really, really dope. I met you at the Long Beach race. We were waiting in line for a hot lap. You are a true person deep down. I always appreciate your kindness. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I remember that day, but I don't remember specifically you. If you want to throw me more clues, but I remember that day. Those races, IndyCar races, are so much fun. If you guys watch racing, you only watch Formula One. IndyCar racing is so much better racing than Formula One. And now, Formula One is like the NFL. Everything is composed. You know your margins. It's very straightforward, but you almost always know who's going to win. IndyCar is a shit show. It's like college football. It's awesome. And by the way, ironically enough, I don't like college football and I like the NFL. So fuck me, right? Don't listen to me. The LaFerrari is the greatest car ever made. So choice. I couldn't agree more with you, Isaac. What about the Ford GT? Do you like it? I don't like the Ford GT anymore. My problem now, don't get me wrong. I adore and I love it for what it is, the new Ford GT. Because the outside, the cuts on the car, the aero package, oh my God, it's unbelievable. But if I had to buy one and live with the Fordness inside and how slow it is, nope. I always had like that little thing where the car wasn't really that fast, but the aero is pretty sick. But then you're staring at a Ford steering wheel and it bothers me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking retarded, but it's what he does. I don't know how you became a YouTube member, but I appreciate you, James. No idea if that works or not in this channel. Can you believe I still have my Salamandrian app on my phone? There you go. Let's go. Are you watching what Tavares is doing with his P1? I'm not following it directly, but I know what, obviously I know Freddie, and I've been seeing what he's been doing, which is crazy. That dude is so talented, and I always knew Tavares had no following, and I was like, this guy is going to be the next big thing because he's fun, he's charming, he's interesting, he's very smart. Love that dude. All you need is $1 trillion. What do I need? Thoughts on the macro dosing? I'm a big fan of mushrooms, but only when you're in the right headspace and you understand your body and you understand what you want, and also doing them for a purpose, not just to get fucked up. But I love it. What do you think of getting a Veyron over a Chiron? No, because the Chiron is a way better Veyron. I would buy the shittiest Chiron over any Veyron. And I know that a lot of people, oh, what about the world record? What about this? Dude, you get me a Chiron, I'm happy. And they're not that expensive. So I would rather have a Chiron over any Veyron whatsoever. And by the way, I love Bugatti all around. All Bugattis are fucking amazing. All you need is a V12 Ferrari and a Rolls. Yeah. Are you still holding your Fisker or bearish on stocks? So by the way, I'm out of the market right now on stocks because volatility it's just going to fucking kill me if I stay right now in the market. So I'm not doing it. But all I'm doing is trading, honestly, just trading Bitcoin. Every now and then I'll get into a Solana play, but for the most part, just trading Bitcoin. That's what I do with Farhan and with Alex. And that's the fun that I'm having right now. By the way, whoever came with me to Valhalla, we did it with Tesla. We did it with Lucid. We did it with Rivian. And this is why I told you guys, it's important that you don't just copy when someone says, do this, because everyone in my Spanish channel made money on those plays. And I don't know if a lot of people know when to pull out of something. And we pulled out beautifully, like beautifully, better than any guy that doesn't want to have kids. We pulled out like a champ. So, by the way, my Fisker stock, and I still have it. It's the only stock I have in my portfolio. It's worthless, right? So I'm never selling that. I want to say that I'm one of the largest shareholders. And the day that I see Hendrik next, which I see him every now and then, like I actually see him more than I would like to see him. And I was talking to someone that works with him. I was like, hey, by the way, he's going to do this again and run it up again and going to fuck over people again. And he told me, he goes, no, I myself, I don't want to do this anymore. I like that dude. No more. I was like, whoa, someone learned something after 10 years. Pretty impressive. Melissa, I appreciate you. And Belen appreciates you. Thank you. Are you planning to put out any content or have random talks like this frequently soon? Miss hanging out with the lives and watching your stuff. I'm going to do this literally. I'm going to try at least 3 times a week. That's what I want to do because I'm here. I wake up at 4. Listen to me. This is why I'm so wealthy. No, I'm not. I wake up at 4 in the morning, take a cold shower. No, I don't take a cold shower. I wake up at 4 a.m. So I do all of my tedious work, whatever is done before 6 a.m. Then when I don't have to do a live stream with the boys, which we do trading live streams that last 4 hours, when I don't have to do those, I go on a 2-3 hour walk, run, hybrid, whatever it is. Then I come back and I go live. Then after I'm done with my lives, I go and do my stupid shit that I need to do in the middle of the day, whatever I need to catch up on, trading, and then I go on another walk later. I don't run twice a day. That kills me. So yeah, I'll be seeing you way more often now. And like I said, mostly didn't want to come back. I just felt like out of place, not giving you any context, and especially missing Fiona and all that stuff was like really tough. But here we are. Do you think it's worth buying an SP3 for $4 million over LaFerrari? I would have to ask this. I'm not entirely sure, but I think the SP3 is not street legal. If the SP3 is not street legal, I would buy a LaFerrari over SP3. But if the SP3 is street legal, I would buy the SP3 over the LaFerrari. The SP3 is one of my favorite cars I've ever seen. And remember when we were chatting, this was 2018, on Let's Talk About Cars, yo. And I said, Ferrari can design the most beautiful cars because they had just announced the SP1 and the SP2. If they just stick to this model, they're going to crush it. And I'm so glad they came out with the SP3. I'm not saying they listen to me, by the way, of course not. But I'm so glad that that was the trajectory that they followed. Oh my God. I would buy an SP3 if it was street legal, and I haven't even asked first. But if not, a LaFerrari. Any insight on the McLaren 600 LT reliability? Some of them are good, some of them are bad. The problem with McLaren is because it's such a low production and the way that they did it back then, it was so iffy. So you might get a great car, like for example, my LT is bulletproof. Never has any problems, works all the time. The only problem that I have is the window one. It does lower the window every now and then when I close it and doesn't want to go up. But it hasn't done it like in 3-4 months. That was the only thing I had with the car, nothing else. If this channel is going to sporadic uploads with real content, this will become my favorite channel again. I appreciate you, dude. I'm going to see you guys more than you'd like. I promise you. So glad Newey never went to Ferrari after Hamilton went there. Oh, man, you're killing me because I wanted that. I wanted to see Adrian with Ferrari coming out with great cars, also Newey cars. And I wanted to see Lewis winning a championship with a Newey car at Ferrari and actually deliver that championship again. I am a Mercedes fan, and even if Lewis is going to Ferrari, I'm not changing my tune. I'm staying with Mercedes. I'm sticking to Mercedes, but man, Do you like the Gordon Murray T50? I think it's a dope ass car, and I really like the way I like where he's taking his approach with the car. I do hate the way that they need to publish it, which is no one drives the car. There's no 0 to 60 time and all that stuff because it's not about that. We know it's not about that. So why don't you just put the fucking time? Because then it would look, it's like the Koenigsegg thing, right? They got to keep up appearances in order to sell whatever. But I think the cars alone, including the Koenigsegg's, are good enough to stand alone and sell. But I feel like this is part of the marketing nightmare from people that work at corporations that don't understand how really marketing works. And instead of making something good out of something that they would categorize bad, they're just hiding it and making it worse. But I love the car. I love that it's a center seat. I love the sound, dude. Wow. I'm not a big fan of the fan on the back. I think it's odd looking. It's the best way of putting it. I do love the front, which is like a throwback to the F1, the McLaren F1, which is Gordon's also creation. Yeah, big time, big time. Why aren't you aging, dude? First of all, thank you. I've always looked old. That's one. And two, carnivore diet, dude. No fucking pimples. It fucking like I don't lift. I haven't lifted a weight in I don't know how long, which I'm starting tomorrow. Why not today? Because today was an intense day. But tomorrow I'm starting. I'm excited, and you'll see it's unbelievable how your body changes, your face, your skin. You can burn. By the way, if you do not consume seed oils or any of those fucking vegetable oils or anything that they make food with, if you just use butter, this is all I cook with. Regular fat from the actual steak, butter or anything like that. You can get in the sun. And you guys, if you follow me or my wife on Instagram, you see how red I used to get, and I used to get sunburnt and all that stuff. If you eliminate those things from your diet, you don't burn, which makes sense because our ancestors were outside running around like idiots trying to get food. So now all you do is you burn, you get red, and it goes away instantly, same day. It's crazy. I don't know if you can see. I am a little, dude, I'm out all day, every day, not wearing any sunblock, nothing. It's crazy. Chats with Sweetie. We got to bring it back. The problem with Chats with Sweetie is my wife. That's the problem with Chats with Sweetie. It's my wife. She might be outside, so I don't want to fuck it up. And the reason why it's my wife is I try to make really bad jokes, and she gets mad. What do you want me to do? That's all I'm going to do, bad jokes. Either way, probably we'll bring it back. Still have the Cyberbist? You can bet your tits I do. I love that car. Love that car. Either way, it's good to be back. Thank you so much for listening to all my bullshit and the first 30 muted seconds. I appreciate you all. It's greatly appreciated. It's good to be back. It's good to see you again. It's good to chat with you. And we'll talk more. And then we can also have days where we do cars and charts and invite Farhan, Alex. You guys want to talk cars? Let's talk cars. You guys want to talk charts? Let's do charts. Have a good one. And I'll probably see you mañana. Take care, guys. Thank you. For real. I appreciate you all. Thank you.